Hello. In today's Dad Talk, I want to discuss something around interpersonal relationships and what you will be coming across in your lives. Madison and Mason. Quick reminder to everybody out there, this video is for my kids. It's just a dad talk. I'm just documenting some of the dad talks that I like to have with my kids, but I'm documenting them here so that they can refer to them later if I get hit by a bus or what have you. By all means, if this is useful out there in the community, I welcome to use it, and that would be great if it's useful. But I don't do these. My channel's obviously not monetized. I don't do these to make money. It's not about notoriety, fame, or views, or any of that other garbage. This is strictly a video diary for my kids. Okay, so housekeeping done. Let's jump right into it. Today I want to talk about attraction and relationships and how they're intertwined. Attraction, of course, is a very important part of a lot of relationships, especially when they first get off the ground. I'm not going to be so naive as to say that that's not definitely part of those dynamics. What I do want to caution you, though, Madison and Mason, is that if you get into a relationship and you think that the attraction is one of the primary concerns or the primary draws of the relationship, you're going to want to take a really close look at that and make sure that it's healthy. The reason why I say that is because if you build a relationship strictly off of attraction and then everything else is secondary to that, you can find yourself in a situation where you're not in a relationship with a person of good caliber, the kind of person you should be in a relationship with, or even worse yet, you can find yourself overly investing in a relationship that you're not going to get a return on because it's built on a sandy foundation. What I usually refer to this as is the accident effect. It sounds morbid, but if the person you're with were to suffer a horrific disfiguring accident, and God forbid this is terrible, but let's say they were bound to a wheelchair, they were maimed and disfigured and what have you, would you still care for that person? Would you still be there for them? Would you still be spoon feeding them and doing whatever they need to be done until the end of their days? Would you do that for them? If the answer is no, then you might be putting too much emphasis on attraction rather than who they actually are as a person. This goes the other direction too. If you yourself were, God forbid, maimed, disfigured, or what have you, disabled in an accident, would that person care for you? If you can't solidly say yes to that question, you might be with the wrong person. So I just want you to make sure that you just keep a solid eye on that. Now, myself, I'm totally and completely comfortable with the fact that I'm not a super attractive guy, and that's totally fine. I have mirrors, and I have a very, very self-aware outlook when it comes to such things. And I also am aware that your mom is very beautiful, and I get told all the time that I married way out of my league, and I concur. But the point is that your mom's beauty is a bonus to our relationship, and one that I surely appreciate and enjoy, but it has absolutely nothing to do with my level of commitment to her. God forbid, if she were ever involved in an accident, disfigured, disabled, what have you, I'm here till the end of time. I mean, that's it, hard stop. So, and I dare say that your mom would do the exact same thing for me. But my point is that if I was only interested in your mom because she was a nice looking piece of eye candy, right? That would be a very shallow relationship. And more importantly, it's very fragile. Those kind of relationships are able to crumble and fall apart relatively quickly under very little duress. And that's not what you're looking for. Life is a very stressful thing. It involves a lot of hardship. And if you're going to have a partner to go through it with you, that person needs to be, armored up enough with regards to their commitment to you to be able to survive tragedy. Because tragedy, in whatever flavor or whatever scale, will eventually happen to you. Unfortunately, that's just part of this gig when you're born. So, anywho, now that being said, this goes the other direction too. I also want to make sure you don't make the habit of excluding people based on their attraction. This actually happens as well where people will exclude people based on the fact that they're attractive. So, oh, so and so's out of my league. I won't even bother approaching them. Or, oh, I'm so nervous around them because they're so good looking. At the end of the day, they're just people, and sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. But my point is that attraction or attractiveness, it's got to be on your radar. I got to be real. This isn't like a Hallmark movie or anything. But at the end of the day, it can't be your deciding vote. It can't even really be your swing vote. It's got to be just something that you're aware of. It's a nice bonus. It's nice to have. But at the end of the day, the right person's the right person, regardless of what skin they're wearing. So, skin being their overall physical appearance, obviously not referring to race. Anyway, so if you take anything away from this, take this, and that is that attraction can be a very nice bonus. It can definitely be something that can get your attention, maybe drive your attention, but just make sure it doesn't overshadow you actually paying attention, or worse yet, putting the blinders on and being infatuated with somebody for the wrong reasons. And also make sure it doesn't happen to you. Make sure that somebody isn't into you for the wrong reasons as well. The exercise that you can run in those scenarios is paint a scenario where that thing is taken away, be it money. You're right. If I lose everything, is this person still going to be with me? Be it your looks, again, with horrific accidents or whatever else, is this person still going to be with me? And then run it the other direction too. Am I going to be with that person? So I would definitely challenge you to run those exercises and just make sure that the people that you surround yourself with are of the appropriate caliber to deserve to be around you. And then make sure you're a person of appropriate caliber to deserve to be around them. So that's pretty much it. Again, this is Dad Talks. It's just for my kids. Other people get any benefit out of this. Some people out there, maybe they don't have an opportunity to have these kind of talks with their dad. So if these little talks help people, that's awesome. Great side benefit of this whole little project. But at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you, Madison and Mason. This is Dad, and I love you.